Hi there, and welcome back to Helping Hands. Today we are going to be reviewing the DeLonghi EC685 latte machine, coffee latte machine. And I've had this for quite a while. Probably again, like along the lines of some of my other videos, about 3 years approximately, give or take. And it's a pretty good little coffee machine, latte maker. A lot of times when I'm not making coffee, I will just use the milk, what do you call it, loft, to just foam the milk. I will use this part of the machine. So in order to do that, but today I'm going to make a little bit of coffee so I can show you. Usually it just comes right out. Here we go. I gotta use 2 hands, that's why. This is where you put the water in. And this, of course, is where you put your coffee in. And this is where you make the foam for the latte. And like I said, you can just use the foam, the frother, that's what it is, sorry. The frother alone. And like a lot of times what I'll do is I will just heat water in my little teapot here, and like maybe I want to make a nice green tea latte. I'll warm up some water in the kettle, and I'll just use the frother for my green tea latte instead of making a coffee. But today I'm gonna do the coffee. You have to fill up the water with this here, and then you put the coffee in here, and we filled up the water. You can fill it, you don't have to fill it up all the way if you're just going to do a little bit of coffee for one person. And then this comes out. See how I pulled that out? This comes out, and you can clean this as well. And you do need to do that every now and then. Just a second. So you got these little holes too in here that you can clean if you need to with a pin. I think I've only done it like once since I've had it. It's not really it doesn't get too clogged unless you're, and again, unless you're using it a lot, and then you just push it back in there. But as you can see, there was some coffee grounds and stuff that gets stuck in there, so you kind of want to just pull it out. Just pulls out like that, and so you can see it has a scoop there, pictures of one scoop there. So I believe that means this one's good for like about a scoop. I think some of them that come with it have like 1 or 2 scoops in that. It's just an indicator of how many you should put. And then you just pop that back in. See how it pops? You could hear it pop. So you have to push it back in. And then we're going to fill it up with some coffee. Let me get the coffee. Okay, you want to make sure this is dry. before you put it in there because you might have some problems if you don't make sure that it is dry. I might as well use this. I already got this dirty, so we can just rub this here. See how much coffee comes there too? You want to clean that off a little bit. Okay, we're going to just take a scoop here of coffee and put it there. I like to just tap it because even though I have this compressor that helps with coffee, you push it down, whatever, I don't really like to use it. I used it in the beginning and it wasn't working quite right. I wasn't getting it quite right, and it wouldn't come out. The coffee wouldn't come out that well when I compressed it too much. You have to do it just right, and I haven't really got that down, I guess. So what I like to do is just tap the coffee, and it makes it a little bit looser, and the water will come through better, I've noticed for me. So I tapped it. Now I'm going to push it in there and I'm going to screw it all the way to the close right here after you push it in there. And you want to make sure it's clean and everything like that. Put the water back on the back. It just snaps in there. Did you hear that? It just snaps right in there. And then put the glass back there. And you just turn it on right there. You turn it on right there. And a lot of these DeLonghi models are very similar. So it's going to be the same thing. And then you notice these are blinking. When they stop blinking, then you can push the 1 or the 2 cup. I usually do the 2 cup 2 or 3 times. And that gives me the right amount of coffee I want for my cup. You might like yours a little stronger. So you're going to do just maybe just 1 cup, smaller amount. You just, it varies on preference. And then this one over here is for, again, the froth. And see how it's kind of, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see here. I'm not sure you can see that. But you'll notice that, you'll notice that this will turn orange, and it says in the directions too that came with your DeLonghi, it'll turn orange when it needs to be cleaned. And it does it pretty quickly after you clean it. And you just use a descaler. You fill the carafe back here. It's set, the directions are right on the actual carafe and also in the instruction booklet. Just fill the carafe half with water, and I think it's half with water and half with the mixture. It says, like I said, right on there. Let's see, I can take it off again if I need to. Let's see. Take a look at it. Yeah, see? Descaling. And it gives you directions right on here. So when you get ready to do that. And you can find the descaler anywhere on Amazon. It tells you the kind you should get for the DeLonghi, but you can get cheaper brands as well. It tells you in there, oh, it's not going to work as good. But I've found, I think I've used one that's not for the DeLonghi, and it works just fine. I think all it is really is vinegar, basically. Vinegar might even work. I'm not really sure. You'd have to really look at the ingredients really well, but I think basically that's what it is. And like I said, the light comes out pretty quickly even after you clean it. It gets, I guess, and I don't even use it that much, but it'll come on. So I do it. It's not that hard to do it, but I don't do it as soon as it turns orange. I'll do it when I can, and I usually do it, after maybe I'll use it 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 times even after the blinking light, which it says you should do it right away when you get the orange blinking light, but I never do because, like I said, I don't even really use the machine that much. Now, if I was cranking out a lot of cappuccinos and lattes and everything a lot all the time, that would be different. But I don't. It's very minor, you know, I don't use it that much. Like I said, I use the frother more than anything, and that's why I believe it's flashing, is because, you know, that area's got to be cleaned out, I guess, quite frequently. So I do it when I can, and it seems to be always be fine, no problems. But then again, like I said, I don't use it. I use it every morning, that's true, but it's usually the frother that I'm using. I'm not using the coffee machine. But anyway, let's go ahead and start the process with the coffee. And while that's going, and you guys can watch that, I'm going to get my milk ready. Okay, and as you can see, it takes a little while for it to finish. That process was a little while, and that was for the 2 cups, I believe. It's the button I hit. I usually do use the 2 cups because, like I said, it doesn't give you that much because it's ultimately, I believe, making espresso. And so, but you can hit it again. Depending on how strong you like your coffee. Yeah, you can hit it again depending on how strong you like your coffee. So I probably will do, let's see. Well, let's continue with the video. And that way I can just wrap it up here. But you can use any kind of milk that you want for the frother, okay? Any kind of milk. I use, almond milk. And so if you can see here, I don't know. Yeah, you can see it there. I've got the milk. I only have a little bit because it froths up quite a bit. Matter of fact, that might be even a little too more than what I usually do. Let's see here. Let's see, okay. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we hit this when we're gonna use the frother. So we'll hit that, and you can use any cup that you like. I don't have one of those professional little silver cups, which I think would be pretty neat to have one of those. But you can use any kind of cup you want. And you just stick it in there after you push this button, and then you want to make sure and you push this all the way down. Okay? Can you hear it working? You pull it all the way down. Now it's going to do your froth. Okay? And like I said, this is great for just the froth machine. If you want to, not always want coffee, you make different types of drinks maybe that you want to use the frother, or it also just does hot milk. If you just want it to warm up your milk for whatever kind of drink that you're going to do. You can move this out here a little bit and see it's getting fuller to the top. See if you can see that. And you'll know once it gets to the top, I fill it about halfway up, maybe even less. And when it gets to the top, now you can hear it, and you want to turn it off, and it'll be done. And pull this out, and voila! You got a full cup of froth, and it's hot. It's like totally hot. And that is your DeLonghi EC685. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. It's a great little machine. I've had it for at least 3 years, or it could be longer. And I use it all the time. All the time. I think it's I paid just about $300 for mine when I bought it. I don't know, they're probably more now, I don't know. But it hasn't broken down or anything like that. And it works great, and I recommend it. And it's easy to clean, but it does take some time and some patience. And that's my review for the DeLonghi EC685, a good little cappuccino machine.